I was a part of that 2019 furry war. I straight up swapped teams. The auto balancing is strong. So we all know that anti-furries are a thing. Ever since furries have been acknowledged by the internet or have existed as an entity on the internet, there have also existed anti-furries. I don't really know how to describe them besides people that hate furries. And whenever they see any form of furry hate in media or something, they hop on it and take it seriously. Like, remember that Flash Gets animated series, which was supposed to be entirely satire? All of it, with like the Templars. Yeah, they take that to heart and they take that seriously. Some even roleplay in it, which is quite interesting, knowing roleplay is what furries do as well. But that couldn't be foreshadowing. They also have their own form of humor. Anti-furry memes in this case. Memes against furries, clowning on furries, which I'll admit, some of them are quite funny. Quality. Not that I condone the behavior of, you know. But either way, today we'll be going over some anti-furry memes along with some anti-furry furry memes, which is pretty much just furries memeing on anti-furries. Whether it's the ironic reality that some anti-furries do become furries, I mean like, hi, or that anti-furries expose themselves to more and more furry content, only to realize it's going to show up in their feed more and more because of that. And that's really all there is to it. So let's get started. I feel like I made a mistake with doing this video. Oh, you're 15 and hate furries? That's cute. I'll check back on you in 3 years when you're a flaming homo with a fursona with thigh highs. Now I know it's a very specific thing to happen, and I have a whole video that I'm working on about like the cycle of anti-furry, because I feel like we've learned enough from either our own experiences or time itself to understand where things may lead. And the reason for that is because anti-furries, I feel like, are the group of people to expose themselves to furries the most. Furry propaganda is very much a thing that they watch and interact with a lot. If you comment on it, even if it might be, get this furry shit off my feed, why am I being recommended this? A lot of times it's still going to be recommended to you because the algorithm doesn't care if you say I don't like this in a comment. They're going to read that interaction as like, oh, they're interacting with this. Clearly, they want more of it. And then eventually, you admit that you might like that thing a little bit. And then slowly, more and more, you might become a furry. You have the end of a Scooby-Doo episode with Fred unmasking the villain, in which Fred is time and the masked villain is a anti-furry logo. And then unmasked, it's a furry. Wow! I actually didn't know furries had their own flag. Wait a minute, how did anti-furries get their own flag? Anti-furries, the more you spend time being an anti-furry, there is the possibility of becoming a furry. The possibility isn't 0%. But you also have other classic memes like anti-furries. Oh, I love this one, where you stick a metal pipe in the bike and then you just blame something that has nothing to do with yourself. Clicks on painfully obvious furry thumbnail. Oh god, what the fuck is up with this furry shit? It's like, what do you expect's gonna happen when you click on that? See, look at him. Ooh, woo, cute fursuit. Why is he sad? What happened? Maybe he's sad because he's being made fun of. Don't interact with my videos. Don't leave comments on my videos. Oh no, he's so sad. Oh no, oh geez. And that's the thing, I get comments like that all the time on my videos, where some people will leave a comment a year or so ago, and then they'll come back later saying like, hey, sorry for this, I'm a furry now, that happened. And there are so many comments that I get like this, so many. Let me go through a bunch of them. As a retired anti-furry turned pro-furry, aka furry supporter, I confirm this as true. No, brother. And then they clap back by saying, you weren't involved in the anti-furry war of 2019, little scrub man. I love that. Little scrub man. And then anti-furry replies, the war is still going. Wait, excuse me. The anti-furry war of 2019 is still going? I know that this comment is semi-recent. I have to know what's going on with this. The first furry war. Oh my god. What in the fuck is this? You know what? I might need to save the lore of the anti-furry war for another day. Again, I was worried about this, that I'd step into a whole other thing and go down a rabbit hole that I don't want to. And I'm stopping myself right now. So the anti-furry army Twitter account was suspended. Who'd have thought? And then someone left a reply saying ratio, and I kind of want to start using that image for ratio. Just two furries making out. Getting ratioed by furries as an anti-furry army. That is, ooh. You know, to some extent, I do feel bad for anti-furries. Like, you lost your anti-furry army Twitter account, and then you get ratioed by Stanley NPC. I don't know who Stanley NPC is. Correction, furries are cringe. That is a Roblox character in your profile picture. Checks out. Well, this was sent 8 months ago. I wonder what they're doing now. Hey guys, just want to say I'm sorry, but I'm kind of a furry now. Anti-furries. I recommend getting off the anti-furry pipeline before you turn into one. The anti-furry pipeline is a thing. It's real. There's no like proven science to it, but it does exist. Not to say that every anti-furry becomes a furry, but you get the picture. And then a comment that I received recently on a video. It's like YouTube knows I hate furries with how much it throws it in my face. And then some other person replies, then stop commenting on these videos. That's how the algorithm works. :3. You're just making it worse for yourself. There's so many easy ways to solve this without saying anything. But hey, I'll take it. That's a comment on my video, so thank you. It means a lot. Actually, funny thing, 40 minutes ago, I got a comment on my Why Furries Are Disliked video. Because they are fatherless. I will never not love reading off spelling mistakes. I know it's supposed to be an insult. Oh, man. Anyways, ew, a furry. Few years later, I'm a furry now. I guess I kind of understand what anti-furries mean by like the furry infection, you know, by more people becoming furries, there's more of a chance that someone else can become a furry because of that furry. When your anti-furry friend enjoys B-stars. Visible confusion. Yeah, to be fair, being a furry and enjoying B-stars isn't mutually inclusive. You can have either or. It was like me when I was like in my sort of edgy furries are cringe phase, where I'm like, oh, furries are so gross and weird, and I'd like try making fun of them to be cool, and then I'd be sitting there also watching a Majira Strawberry video, enjoying the full thing, being like, yeah, furries are weird. That was kind of funny. Maybe not all furries are that bad. And here I am now. That's when I realized that I might have been a low-key furry. Furries, also furries. It's a clear-cut example of how some furries view other furries. That's the thing about the fandom. It's so open and so big. Not the best describer there, which obviously has its downsides to it being open to everyone. Furries definitely have this sort of approach when it comes to other furries, and that's okay too. Not everyone's gonna get along, but it's kind of funny to see friendly fire in some sense. Anti-furry memes 14. Is that an ODST choking out the boy kisser? Interesting thumbnail. Anti-furry memes V4. Steve holding a rocket launcher? I'm not even joking. That is actually funny. Fursuit equals no candy. Oh man. Wait, why Rivolo though? We love Rivolo. The amount of times that I have seen Rivolo's fursuit thrown on something that is like related to furry to like represent furry is crazy. Same thing with Xerxes. You know the pink fursuiter, the pink fursuiter with the abs? See them all the time. Mainly in like furry Discord server video thumbnails on YouTube of like, I went into this furry Discord server. Which the fact that I'm seeing Rivolo in this picture leads me to believe that this probably was made for the meme and that this isn't an actual incident. However, if this is actually something that happened, I'd love to know the backstory behind it. I'm fascinated to know why a fursuit equals no candy on Halloween. But I will say, if I had a nickel for every time I've seen Rivolo's fursuit, like this picture specifically, or that one picture of Xerxes in some other format, whether it's a meme, a video thumbnail, whatever, I'd have paid off my college loans by now. I've seen pictures of those two so goddamn often, it's kind of concerning. This is why I gotta hop on the green screen hype train and like actually make a green screen video and photos of me in my fursuit so people can start using that in their content. Like, I want to be put on a fursuit equals no candy sign at the door. That sounds awesome. I can only imagine what would happen if you answered the door with that exact fursuit on. What a story that would be. Ooh, this one looks neat. Top 10 reason why furry bad. Ow, 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 ow. That's so loud. That is so loud for no reason. Oh my god. They're fatherless because they have no dad. I love the megaphone. They have to announce that too. First reason, not really a valid reason, but keep going. They smell bad. You got a point with that one, actually. Furries can smell really bad. I do agree, some furries do need to take a shower. I'm just saying, you got a point there. They're ugly? Have you seen furries IRL? You got a point. Mom said they're bad. Moms never lie. My mom would never lie to me. I love the example there. I'm mom. See, this is the one anti-furry meme I feel like I can thoroughly enjoy. It's so absurd. It's so blasted audio-wise. The bass is just gone. The little presentation models are hilarious. I mean, I had a fursuit a bunch of times. When you get a new fursuit, those fuckers shed like crazy. It's like you actually have a dog. So you had a point with that one.
Number 7, no dad?
They just did no dad, no father twice. Okay.
Number 8, stupid.
They're stupid. No, they aren't. Are you kidding? That is far from the truth. A lot of them are really fucking smart, actually. What is that? Hold on. No. What is that? What was that supposed to be? You didn't have a reason there. What is that supposed to be? Is that you realizing that furries aren't that bad? Oh, why does it go from like happy to all like sad and confused? I can agree with the shower part and the shedding part and maybe the mom being right part because moms never lie. However, I wouldn't say that furries are bad because of it. You might not like them because of it, and that's valid. But objectivity and opinion are very different things. Just keep that in mind. Why I hate furries? Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I hate furries.
I love that. Oh my god. Best TikTok stitch I've ever seen. I love like offset duets in videos where it's just supposed to completely overpower whatever the audio is in the first one. Anti-furry says furries are so cringe in a hateful tone. A furry agrees with him in a tire tone, sounding like they've heard it before. Anti-furry looks at the furry and the furry looks back, staring at each other with suspense in their eyes. Ah, they agree on something. Look at that. People making friends. You're a furry, I'm a furry, we're a perfect match. I love doing that. Anti-furry looks at the furry. Oh, and they're, okay, interesting. Not exactly the solution I was thinking of, but it's something. They embrace with a kiss, which may look unpleasant to the reader's ears. Okay. I don't have much to say about that. It's a meme. It's a lot to unpack. I don't know if I want to unpack it because that's not the ending that I expected here. Furries. 13-year-old me. Me now. 13-year-old me. Yeah. Like even some of my friends throughout high school and college, I didn't even realize were going to be furries. Like I had a friend from high school who like a Jaguar character, really liked Jaguars in general. I'm like, you're pretty cool. You're not mean to me. That's neat. And then we just kind of went our separate ways. And then I went to my first furry convention and he was there. I'm like, oh, hi. This is interesting. U.S. Navy woman dresses up as a giant husky dog in a homemade fursuit. Not the Navy. To be fair, though, you have to admit, that is pretty cool. That's something you realize eventually. Furries are everywhere. They're not just in IT departments or engineers. They're all over. They're doctors, they're nurses, they're electricians, they're in the military. I think that's about it for the furry memes. I did want to go over one last one as a sort of, send off, as a reminder with regards to anti-furries and furry memes with regards to anti-furries. Some of the things they say are unsavory, but you gotta keep in mind to not be cruel. And so I want to go over one last meme to wrap things up. Furries are dumb and I hate them. They have no life and are gross and weird and alright, good luck with that, man. I love the depiction of the furry is just so much taller than them too. Remember, a lot of furries are usually kids. As much as the things they say and do aren't okay, it's also not okay for us to go after and harass them. They're under the influence of a cruel, anonymous place. Scroll or block. That's the thing, be the better person in the end. Don't be the better person through trying to one-up them. Just try to treat people with kindness. Don't treat people the way they treat you. Try to be better. That's what I try to do. Obviously, I slip up from time to time. I mean, let's be real, we're all human. It sucks. But it's at least something to keep in mind with regards to anti-furries in the end. The best way to interact with them is to not interact with them at all. So don't do what I'm doing and making a full-blown video about the memes on them. Learn from my example by not being like me. And on that note, thank you all for watching. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know. I don't really have any promotions or anything besides check out my other socials and all that. Twitter. I don't really use anything besides Twitter. So if you want to follow me on Twitter for updates on whatever I'm doing, or if you want to help me with potential future videos, whether you have memes to throw at me or Fursona stuff or ideas, literally any recommendations are helpful. Please and thanks. Regardless, I appreciate the support. You all are wonderful. And that's about it. Yeah, take care. See you guys later. And yeah, bye. Haha.